Hi, dear students. From today, we are going to discuss about the communication way in case of our mobile IP. Already we have discussed about home network, foreign network, home agent, foreign agent, corresponding nodes, mobile nodes, etc. But how to transfer the information via IP address? That is our discussion issue. And in this regards, we will discuss about the layer 2, layer 3 switching, their communication way, communication protocols, how do they communicate over a different infrastructure. These are the issue of our discussion. First, layer 2 mobility. Say this is the structure. One subnet address, I am taking only first 3 bytes. That means the masking bits, that is depending upon 24 bits. Now there have one access point and another access point. That means under this layer 2, there are two access points. From one access point to other access point, our device can move. Under one access point to other access point, our device can move. That is the mobility. But what happens? Their address is exactly same. The previous address is 1576.222 under this subnet mask with its own address, that is .11, that is some, but it can move under access point 1 to access point 2. So the address that may be different, that may be changed. This is layer 2 mobility. This is the basic concept about the IP communication. When I'm talking about another thing, that is layer 3 mobility, what happened? There are one subnet mask, that is 15.76.222, 24 bits of masking. Another one subnet mask with 16.138.52, that means another 24 bits of masking address. But one access point is present under first subnet mask. Another access point is present under another subnet mask. When our device can move under this access point to another access point which is present under this second subnet mask, what happens? The address of this device that may be changed, which cannot be seen it cannot be seen in case of our previous figure, that is depending upon layer 2 mobility. But in case of layer 3 mobility, one layer to other layer, that is depending upon the say layer 2 is the lower layer and layer 3 is the upper layer. Then what happens? This access point is present under one address, another access point is present under another address, then the address of the device that may be changed. It is the basic idea about the IP addressing. Now, the basic concept of mobile IP. Here, we are observing few nodes. One is home agent or Sibley router, one foreign agent or foreign router, access point under this home router, and access point 2 under this foreign router. One subnet mask is defined as 15.76.222 and subnet mask another 16.138.52. One registration table is there, which is associated with home address and care of address. One mobile device is there, one corresponding node is there, with its own IP address, and it is also associated with its own IP address. Now what happened? We are observing there are two addresses written over here. One is MIP virtual adapter address, which is exactly same like previous one under access point 1, and another physical adapter address, which is not virtual adapter address, that is physical adapter address, which is exactly same like the subnet address of the second one. So when this first mobile device can move from one location means under this first access point to another access point, it wants to move from first access point to another access point 2, then this information should be registered via this way. I want to show you, this is the dotted line, this is the first information towards home agent. This is the information MIP registration, mobile IP registration information. When it will be found at this home agent router, that information may be stored at this particular table. So what is the home address? It is known as 15.76.222.11, but it is now present under another IP address which is not exactly same like the previous one, that is known as our care of address, which is found to be 16.138.52.112. So those two information, address information, must be written over here. So if I know about home address, I can map into this care of address. If I know about the care of address, I can map into this home address. That's why this is the common table. From this table, it is very easy to find the actual address or the present address about this particular home node, or which is now moved to the foreign network. That's why this is mobile node. And when this information can be registered, after that, this is the second step. So after that, third step is the information receiving from corresponding node to this home agent or home router. What kind of information may be received? What is written over here? We are observing there are two particular bytes of information, actually not 2 bytes, more information. One information related to IP header, that includes large number of bytes, and one certain information related to payload, that means basic information, which is found at this payload. So all those information must be sent under a single packet, and that is possible when communication is taken place in between corresponding node to home agent router. What kind of address may be found at this IP header? One is source address. Who is the source? Source is the corresponding node. That address, what is written over here? 161.114.22.105. That is the source address. And what about the destination address? Destination address is found to be 15.76.222.11. Who is this address holder? That is our mobile node. Mobile node home location address, that is the destination address. That means corresponding node wants to communicate with this mobile node. This is the significance. So when this information is found at this home agent, then home agent that knows everything about the current location of the mobile node. So when this home agent found this particular packet, then it will add another particular header which is known as outer IP header. What it includes the source address and destination address. Now, who is the source address? Source address is now the home agent address is the source address. And who is the destination address? Destination address is the current address, current IP address of the mobile node. So all those information will be present under this outer IP header, and all those IP header information, including payload, that is sent under a single packet. That is possible only when this fifth stage is taken place via access point 2 and foreign network and foreign router is there. So this information is sent before that, information is sent before that. This packet creation is fourth step, and fifth step, that is simply when home agent wants to communicate to this particular current address of this mobile node. That is the fifth stage. So when it will communicate, so everything is possible to transmit from corresponding node to the mobile node. This is the basic concept of mobile IP. How does it possible? Because registration is taken place and everything is registered under this particular table. That's why it will get all the information from the corresponding node, and that may be forwarded very easily between it is very easy to forward those information from this home agent to mobile node using this particular address table or this address mapping. And obviously we need to add another IP header. Obviously the overhead may be increased, but quite possible this addressing in a similar way when we can do something, the information I want to transmit from corresponding node to home agent, and then home agent directly communicate with this mobile node who is present under access point 1. Then no more requirement of this new destination address, because it knows that it is present under my subnet mask, my particular domain. But now it knows it is not present under this subnet mask. That's why it needs to add this outer IP header. Now, next to that, triangular routing, it is most important in case of mobile IP. What is triangular routing? MIP registration, it is the first step. Second step is the address mapping, but third one is another one, which is something different, because now it's the duty for the mobile node to transmit the information towards corresponding node. So how does it possible? It may be possible in two ways, and that's why we are getting another routing technique which is known as triangular routing. What is triangular routing? First, when it will create certain way that simply mobile node can add outer IP header, who is the address, what the addresses must be present under this outer IP header. One source address, who is now source is now my mobile node. Who is my destination? Destination is my home agent, and under this another another IP header which is inner IP header, and that includes two addresses. One is source address. Who is source address? Source address is the fundamental address, that is the basic address, that is the home network address of the mobile device. and the destination address, that is the address of corresponding node associated with payload. All those information must be placed under a single packet, and that packet is forwarded towards this home agent. When home agent will get this information, then it can discard this particular or remove the outer IP address, because it knows who is the source, and the destination means it own self. So when this information may be forwarded from home agent to corresponding node, now the information that may be that actually created by this mobile device, and destination is the corresponding node. So that's why this is forwarded directly to the corresponding node. But when it may be possible in other way, this is reverse tunneling. What is the reverse tunneling? Already we have found the previous thing. Corresponding node wants to communicate with the mobile devices or mobile device, then it may communicate with home agent router, and home agent router may forward the information towards mobile device. This is the straight routing. But when the opposite action can be taken place, that means mobile device wants to communicate with the corresponding node, and the mobile device is now present under foreign network. How does it possible? Using this reverse tunneling procedure. This is called reverse tunneling. This is called reverse tunneling. First one, previous figure associated with third slide, that is the part of our forward tunneling. Now it is reverse tunneling. What about the triangular routing? Triangular routing, if this device wants to communicate directly to this corresponding node, how does it possible? It is possible because no more requirement of this home agent via communication. It can directly communicate because it knows who is the what is the address of the corresponding node, and it may include its own IP address, basic fundamental IP address associated with the destination address. From that information, corresponding node can understand that this information is generated from the original mobile node. So that is also possible that directly information may be transmitted from one mobile node to the corresponding node. In this way, it is known as triangular routing. Triangular routing. Why triangular routing? Because one straightway is corresponding node to home agent, then home agent to mobile device. These are two arms, and third arm that is present in between this mobile device and corresponding node. So these three arms will produce the triangular routing. That's why it is known as triangular routing. So this is most significant operation under mobile IP communication protocol. Now next to that, introducing foreign agent. Before that, we have not found directly foreign agent. Some router is there. Some router is there. If I can understand, this is simply router. No more foreign agent. Foreign agent means something added with some extra thing. I want to show you, that is the address. No more address is shown over here. Only we are using subnet mask. We are using home agent router address, but no more address is associated with foreign agent router. So when I want to use that thing, then it is quite significant to introduce foreign agent. Otherwise, it is simply router. So now, when corresponding node wants to communicate with the mobile device, the same address we are observing here. But what happened? The foreign agent is now introduced. Instead of some router, foreign router, now it is known as foreign agent router. That means some address is also defined over here. This is the difference between previous figures and the current figure. What happened? The registration process is taken place at the first step, second step mapping, third step communication between corresponding node and home agent router, fourth stage the outer IP header addition, fifth stage communication via this foreign agent router. So what happened? We need to communicate via foreign agent. In case of previous figure, we have added the destination as the mobile node address directly. But right now, we need to add the mobile node address is not our destination address. Our destination address of this outer IP header is the foreign agent address. And instead of physical IP address, physical adapter address in terms of IP address that is that we have found in the previous figure. Right now, everything is defined in terms of only MAC address. Everything is written in terms of MAC address. No more IP address is defined. So what happened? When it will get this information, they have another mapping table at the foreign agent. That is the home address of this mobile device and the MAC address of the current state or status of this mobile device. So based on that, when it will get the information, then it will understand from where it was generated or it have been generated, and where we need to forward or we need to transfer the information. That is the most important thing. So it is possible via this way in this fifth stage, but before that it needs to follow this particular routing table, which is the sixth stage or sixth status. And seventh one, what is the seventh one? Seventh one, it will generate the packet, and that is simply the remove or the extraction of the actual information. That means IP header information and payload information. IP header information only include the corresponding node address and the original MIP address, mobile node address. So when it knows the home address, IP address, it is very easy to find the MAC address. Something like our ARP, address resolution protocol, may be used to obtain this MAC address. So this is the way of understanding of introduce FA and its functionality over here. Now, what happened in case of port address? Before that, we have seen everything via IP address, and after that, some MAC address is also found. But when port to port means more reliability is important. Then port to port communication is important. Reliability associated with TCP, UDP, and UDP tunneling, everything may be the important thing for our discussion. So that's why I'm showing you this particular figure, where we have found the same thing, same registration, same mapping at the home agent router, but instead of foreign agent, here we have found wireless router, and which is NAPT enabled, and the address of that network address translator is simply 15.76.222.100. So what happened? Everything is stored here in terms of port address also. Not only IP address, but also port address is written over here. What is written over here? 192.168.1.110:2001. Who is 2001? That is the port address, internal uh, port address. And what is the external port address? External port address means this is the external one, and its port address associated with something like 1656. This is the external adapter or external router. Then this external one actually this is not adapter, this is router. So this one is associated with another port address, that is 1656. So this is associated with certain port address 1656, who is the 192.168.1.110. This is the physical adapter address. This is the physical adapter address, and its port location is found at 2001. So everything is mapped over here. And what is written over here? There have only care of addressing. Before that, we have found there have only care of address. But right now, we have found there have port address also associated in case of care of address. So when it may forward the information, it may transmit the information towards home agent router. Then home agent router may add three things over this. First, outer IP header. Outer IP header that may include its own address and destination address of the main mobile device. Okay, and what is the port address? That is also defined over here. UP header, under UP header, UDP header, very sorry. Source port is 434, and destination address, destination port address is 1656. Who is the 1656 address holder, port address holder? That is this device. Okay, so we have found it. Next to that, MIP tunnel header, that is also added because tunneling is taken place in this way. Now when it can add the packet, some bytes over this packet, then the source port address, that is same 434, but the destination address is changed from 1656 to right now it is 2001. Who is the 2001 port address holder? This is the current port address under this physical adapter of this mobile node. And what is the source address? Source address of this particular packet is this home agent address, that is the source address. What is the destination address? 192.168.1.110. This is the physical adapter address. So when it may be found, then it may be forwarded towards this particular mobile node. Now I'm going to show you some steps, very common steps. Already I told you that mobile host when present at its home network, then it must send its agent solicitation information towards home agent. Next to that, home agent will transmit another information towards mobile host, that is agent advertisement. First solicitation, then advertisement. Next to that, another agent solicitation after movement, it is present under this home network. That's why this agent solicitation is transmitted towards home agent. But when it can move from this location to this location, then it may transmit the information towards home agent, not towards home agent. Then foreign agent will transmit agent advertisement. But next to that, this is the first phase, that is agent discovery. Next to that, it will transmit the registration request towards foreign agent, but it can't approve that. That's why that information is forwarded towards home agent. Then home agent will reply as soon as possible. Then that information is forwarded towards mobile host, and ultimately this is the phase 2 registration procedure, and registration is completed. Then any remote host can transmit towards the mobile host after movement also. This is the way of transmission between any corresponding node and mobile device. This is the phase 3 data transfer. So there are 3 stages: agent discovery, registration, and data transfer. Thank you. Thank you so much. So this is the information about our mobile IP, and we have discussed so many things about mobile IP and WLAN also. So almost our syllabus related to WLAN and mobile IP is completed. Okay, thank you. So till now we have discussed about tunneling issue. So tunneling, in case of tunneling, 2 primary functions are most important: encapsulation and decapsulation. Encapsulation of the data packet through which endpoint tunneling can be possible. On the other hand, when something decoded, that is the part of receiving section. So the delivery, the endpoint, that is another issue of our discussion. So in case of delivering, the tunneling issue, something related to delivering, that is the part of decapsulation. So something related to tunneling means it is the combination of 2 things: encapsulation and decapsulation. After registration phase, the home agent now encapsulates all the packets intended for the mobile node and forwards those packets through the tunnel to the foreign agent. The foreign agent encapsulates the packet and forwards them to the mobile device or mobile node. The return path from the mobile node is as per the standard IP routing principle, where the foreign agent acts as a gateway for the mobile device or mobile node. In case of mobile IP communication, another important issue is the limited private address support. Mobile nodes that have private addresses which are not globally routable through the internet require reverse tunneling, which I have shown you. So this is possible, and that is the one kind of advantage of this particular protocol. Okay, I want to add one particular note about network access identifier, which is known as NAI. NAI. The address associated with certain system network access identifier that is used for servers identify the clients by using this particular identifier. So server that identify or servers that can identify the clients by using NAI. Okay, so this is the note about NAI. In case of mobile IP, there are three kinds of datagram routing. One is unicast datagram routing, multicast datagram routing, and broadcast datagram routing. In case of broadcast datagram routing, when a home agent receives a broadcast datagram, it does not forward the datagram to any mobile nodes in its mobility binding list. However, the home agent does forward the datagram if a mobile node has requested forwarding of broadcast datagrams. In case of multicast datagram routing, to receive multicast, a mobile node joins the multicast group. First, it is the requirement of the system. In one of the following way, it can join if the multicast router exists on the visited subnet. The mobile node uses this local multicast router. If mobile node is using co-located care of address, it uses this address as the source IP address of its Internet Group Management Protocol IGMP messages. Otherwise, it uses its home address. Another way, if the mobile node's home agent is a multicast router, the mobile node can communicate or can join the groups using bidirectional tunnel to its home agent. The mobile node tunnels IGMP messages to its home agent. The home agent then forwards the multicast datagrams down the tunnel to the mobile node. Now I am going to tell you few important issues related to advanced matter security issue. Mobile IP uses a strong authentication scheme for security purposes. All registration messages between a mobile node and home agent are required to contain the mobile home authentication extension, which is known as MHAE. Okay, the integrity of the registration messages is protected by a pre-shared 128-bit key between a mobile node and home agent. The keyed message digest algorithm, which is most important for cryptography purpose, that algorithm is used over here, and based on those security matters, this is very strong authentication procedure to process all the steps related to mobile IP. And I want to add one thing more. Already we have discussed about the mobile IPv4, but when we need more client service, then it is better to study about mobile IPv6, which is not present under our syllabus, but that is the important issue related to the research purpose, mobile IPv6, MIPv6. This is known as MIPv4, but when we are talking about the version 6, then that is something under mobile IP version 6, MIPv6. Okay, so these are everything about mobile IP. Already I have discussed about various nodes and their communication protocols, their switching activities, their address, their way of information transfer between corresponding node and mobile node, and home agent, foreign agent, adapter, and all those NAI, everything I have discussed. Security matters, in short, I have discussed also, and the advantages that is also defined to you. So this is everything about mobile IP. I think if you have any question, please join at our direct link of our Google Meet link. Okay, thank you.